Good morning, Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. How you doing out there? I am doing well. I wanted to ask a question today. Why are some people happy and others are not? Very loaded question because that is just so many. There are so many scenarios, so many situations. People are all different. That's a tough question, but I just wanted to ask that question because I had an interesting experience this week. I am a long-term support specialist at my first job. What I do is deal with the aging, so most of my members or the population I service, they are from age probably 65 through my oldest client so far is 99, and she does not look 99. She looks much younger and had on her jogging suit. Yes, she did. But I have a client that's in her late 50s. It's really called members. In her late 50s, and she has MS, multiple sclerosis, or cirrhosis. How you say it, you all? It's early. You all know MS. And she is bedridden. So in my mind, before I visited with her, this is a unique thing. Her ex-husband takes care of her. Now, you know you done did right when your ex-husband is taking care of you. Either she's a super sweet person or he's a super sweet guy. And from meeting them both, they both are just like, I really took a liking to both of them. But in my mind, I'm going to see a very sad, bedridden person. I get there. It kind of chokes me up thinking about it because she had a big smile on her face. And it made me feel guilty because that day I was tired. I was real tired, and I just didn't feel much like working. I need a vacation. When I went to Vegas, I still feel tired. I need a restful, I just need to rest. So that day I felt really tired. And I go there, and I know some people wouldn't have liked this, but they had a pit bull. By the way, I'm a dog lover. I don't have a dog, never had a dog, but I just love animals. So this pit bull just took a liking to me. Oh, well, that's a whole nother story. So she stayed by my side the whole meeting I was there. The dog took a liking to her. I said, good Lord, I think I need a dog, but I don't have time right now. But I'm going to get a dog one day. I'm going to get something. Anyway, the lady was just so happy and smiling. And we laughed and talked. And, I did her assessment. Her ex-husband, he told me some stories. It was some weird stuff happening. It was just all weird. All good, but weird. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, if a lady that is bedridden, the lady is in the bed smiling, I am mind blown for the rest of the week. It really made me look at myself. And, it's just tough out here. It's tough because you think you're doing well. You think you're being a good person. And then you see someone bedridden with a smile on their face. And it just made me feel guilty for the complaining, for the moodiness that I have sometimes. And I know I'm human. But my God, if the lady that's bedridden can have a smile on her face, I think it's some part to me that could be a little bit better. And it's just amazing. And in the world we live in, sometimes my words are scrambly. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not a morning person, and I just woke up, and my brain it doesn't really function until 9, 10 o'clock, just to let you all know. And I'm not even, I only had a couple of sips of coffee, so I'm really in trouble. But What in the world was I saying? What I'm trying to say is, in this world we live in, people equate happiness with money, shiny objects, people, places, and things. They put their happiness on somebody else. So one of the keys to life, to be happy, is to bet on yourself. If you think, like today, oh, I'm going to be happy because my guy, he is going to do this and he's going to be that. Epic fail before you get out the gate. Now, there are some people in this world, they are very blessed. They meet their soulmate. I don't believe in only one soulmate. I think we can have multiple. But they meet the one they connect with, they live happily ever after. They sail into the sunset. So I don't think that's a high number of people, because when I talk to people in relationships, I'm not hearing those stories at all. Not even close. I'm actually hearing more negative talk than good. In the words of the rapper Lotto, I'm just being honest. This is what I hear. But there are some couples that, that are doing okay, or they're doing good. But we cannot put our happiness on another person. It's not even fair to them. I'll be happy as long as she does this. I'll be happy when they do this, or when I get this husband or wife or person. Yeah, having somebody does add to your happiness. God made us relational. We know he don't make no errors. But it's not that be all. For me. Let me just say that. Because I'm having some issues lately with communication. This is another part of my podcast I want to talk about. But that's going to make me go into a whole nother thing. So I better stay on track. People think once they obtain this money, if you go on YouTube and you're looking at law of attraction or motivation or how to be successful, people will say in the comments, if I just had $1 million. So people think if they get that money, it's going to make them happy. Well, we got to do the math first. $1 million is 600,000 in the United States. I don't know about these other countries. 600,000 here, because Uncle Sam, he about to have his hand out and take your money. So what are you going to do with that 600,000? Do you have the money, wisdom, and discipline to not go and do something crazy? Buy a big fat gold chain, a motorcycle, a fancy car, or this and that. A nice car, you could spend $60,000 to $100,000. Depends on what kind of car you like. Okay, you got $600,000. There you go. Don't even think about property. You need to get something modest. If you have $600,000, you already spent $100,000 probably on your car, or at least $60,000, $70,000. You want to get a house. Where do you live? Here in Illinois, in the suburbs where I live, DuPage County, you can find you a house for $250,000, $300,000. Now, there's not gonna be no mansion, but you can get something nice. But hey, you done spent $300,000. Now you're $600,000 minus the $60,000 to $100,000. I don't know what kind of car you pick, and that house you just bought, that's $3 something. You down to you down to $200 some thousand. And Lord, I'm not no mathematician. But yeah, that's about right. So you see how quick you could spend $1 million. It's really not a lot of money. And it's not going to solve all your problems. So my view on money, and I learned this later in life, you have to invest your money in something. You have to be very disciplined. You have to live below your means. You don't go buy something you can't afford, because that's the quickest way to tank. And I had to learn, I have never done that one, but I wasn't good with money in the past. But I have learned to be better. I have learned to be disciplined. I still like to spend though, but not on big objects, on food. That's not good to say. That's probably where I spend the most of my money is food, but I'm not a material type person. Yeah, it's just not me. And that's okay. But I'm just rambling a little bit, but I really do know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to prove a point that someone that's confined to their bed, they can have a big smile. I think we could be, all of us could be better. It's a blessing. How y'all go on my rant, right? It's a blessing to be able to walk around your house. And what about the people with kids? I'm talking about them good kids that love you, that do well in school, they honorable, they mannerable. Of course, I know your children give you drama or get on your nerves, some of them. But that's all of us. And don't sometimes we have to take a softer approach with people or give people grace. Maybe we could say everybody gets a break right now. I always blame anything on COVID because I feel like that was like a scary thing. Some people already had anxiety, and when COVID hit, the people that are germaphobes, imagine how they felt. Or what about the people that live by themselves and they got isolated and secluded? And what about the people that had outgoing careers and they couldn't do them anymore? That COVID, it jolted people. So give your kids grace right now. Give your spouse grace. Give your coworkers grace. I need to do that, don't I? My coworkers are sweethearts, but I work alone. I work remote. But give your manager grace, maybe. Depends. As long as they don't say stupid stuff. But give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. And just watch stuff these days. And try to find something that makes you happy. However, happiness is an inside job. And don't look to the shiny object, the $1 million, to make you happy. Or the man or the lady. They're going to make me happy. Yes, your partner, your husband, wife can add to your happiness, but they can't be your everything. That's a lot of pressure on them too. I hope I made some sense because I'm kind of rambly. I have a lot of thoughts in my head, but sometimes saying them comes out choppy, especially at 6 in the morning. Tammy Sharice Walker, the owner of Dreams Are Reality. Have yourself a beautiful day. Bye-bye.